What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video we are recapping round 2 of the Rugby World Cup, and obviously the highlight of it, Japan beating Ireland and having the opportunity of maybe going to the quarterfinals. Amazing game of rugby, exciting stuff we saw. South Africa obviously beating Namibia to getting their points on the system, but obviously Wales, Australia, so much there was talk about, be it the referee or be it the players themselves. Wales picking up that all-important victory in this weekend, but it was a cracking weekend. The crowd, again, credit to Japan for what they've produced. It's been amazing. The support, I mean, the weather's been so up and down. We've seen rain, we've seen heat, but the crowds stick it out, and it's been absolutely electric. So well done to Japan once again. But let's get into the recaps of the results that we have seen. Russia, we kicked off against Samoa over the last week, Tuesday. Pretty one. I went to Samoa on this one to win quite convincingly, and they did. Didn't get the Super Bowl points I wanted, but I definitely got the win, which I'm happy about. Tries were scored quite decently from the Samoans. Russia at least getting their penalties and the drop goal on the board, so they at least got something to walk away with. But Samoa just too strong. But jeepers, those boys can tackle viciously. That's one thing I can tell you. Another upset, the first upset of the Rugby World Cup tournament. Fiji versus Uruguay, an unbelievable game of rugby. Uruguay playing solidly at the start, Fiji coming back, but Uruguay doing enough to pick up that all-important victory. Amazing stuff from Uruguay to get record their only second or third victory of the Rugby World Cup, beating Fiji for the very first time. They made history. Amazing stuff. A lot of great talk about them, and I mean, to do it against a physical team like Fiji is something impressive. So credit to Uruguay on that one. Then we went on to Italy taking on Canada. Italy pretty much dominating that game. Again, didn't get the Super Bowl points. I thought it was going to be a little less of a margin, but Italy blitzed them by 41 points, getting the tries, getting the enough momentum on that scoreboard in order to get what they needed. They needed to just walk away with the bonus point to put more pressure on South Africa. They did that, and credit to them. Italy picking up a solid victory. Another prediction I got right. I didn't get Fiji Uruguay, by the way. England took on the USA also. Much better performance from England. They looked more solid than they did against Tonga. They really dominated in all ends up. George Ford had a good game. Billy Vunipola had a good game. Solid stuff from them. Unfortunately, USA just didn't have it in them to go that extra mile. They did score in the dying minutes in order to take away the zero. But England solidly dominated that game, and rightly so, picking up a solid bonus point victory. We went on to Argentina Tonga, a very interesting game here. Argentina beating Tonga 28-12. I honestly thought it was going to be more. I predicted by at least 20 or so points. Wasn't the case. So credit to Tonga for putting up a fight. Again, vicious tacklers. But they got it up. Julian Monteiro getting 3 tries. So solid stuff from him. But Argentina getting the bonus point victory, which they needed, especially going into this big game against England coming up this week. So great one for Argentina. Then we get into the recaps of the big ones. Japan versus Ireland. What a game. What a history maker. Japan did it. They took it away from South Africa. South Africa being dealt with this for 4 years. You lost to Japan. You lost to Japan. Now, world number 1, or former world number 1, Ireland can join the party of this. It's not just South Africa. Guys, it was a great game of rugby. Japan really solidly took on every aspect of the game, and rightly so deserved to win this one. I couldn't be happier for them. Ireland had their moments of strength, but a lot of weaknesses. They were kicking the ball away cheaply. Why they kicked it out in those dying minutes, I do not know. They could have run it and maybe caused a little bit of an upset, but credit to Japan. And also shout out to the Irish supporters that I've seen online. They were celebrating just as hard for the Japan victory, so respect for the sportsmanship there, but well done to Japan for picking up a great victory. Then we go to South Africa versus Namibia. I've said it before and I'll say it again, not a convincing result for me. I know we got tries, we got the bonus points, we got 50 on the board, etc., etc., But that first half wasn't pretty for me. I expected a lot more from the Springboks. Elton Yankees had a not the greatest game too at the boot, which you need to capitalise. We could have been well over 60 if he kicked over his penalties. Skulk Brits for an old toppy. He looks solid and strong. Sia came on getting his try, which was all important. Lukanya Gallant, Mapimpi getting 2. So solid stuff from them. I thought Spoon Corsi was a bit quiet, hoping he gets another shot this weekend or on Friday, because I rate him so highly and I think he deserves a position in it. I said by 40, it was 57 or 54, so I didn't get my Super Brew points, damn it. But I got the victory point on there. So well done. I did say by 40, so literally they scored more than I predicted, but I was hoping for a massive score. But anyway, credit to Namibia, that did show some heart. Then we go to Sunday, we got Georgia versus Uruguay. As mentioned before, Georgia picking up a victory after Uruguay coming off such a high after beating Fiji. I thought maybe they could sneak it through. But again, I predicted Georgia to win, only by 10. But they dominated that one, getting a good bonus point victory for them. So well done to Georgia for picking up a solid victory. Then we get another great game of the weekend. So much talk about it, be it the referee or whatever, but 4 points in it. Australia versus Wales, an amazing two-half game. You got Wales, who pretty much dominated, all ends up in the first half. Then you got Australia, who like caught a wake up and played incredible rugby in the second half. It's positive stuff. A lot of ref talk with the controversial calls between Michael Hooper possibly getting a card. You got Karevi, got his name right, who did a little bit of a shoulder tap. So, you know what, I thought that was utter bollocks, because to me he was running through it. And yeah, but anyway, won't get into it. People get upset with the ref talk. So well done to both teams, but well done to Wales for picking up a victory. Hard luck to Australia. Use that second half as your confidence booster going into this next game. Your second half was solid, guys. Keep that up. And then the final game of the round 2 was Scotland versus Samoa. Now, I joined the stream briefly with 2 Cents Rugby for this one to watch and see how it's going. And it was the last 10, 20 minutes, and they were bored. They weren't happy. They were talking, trying to do jokes in the middle of the stream to keep it going. The game was apparently boring. Greg Laidlaw and Sean Maitland's getting tries. I think the first half was solid from Scotland, and then it just slowed out. Scotland had got their victory that they needed. But they didn't get the bonus point, however. They didn't get the bonus point. So that for me is a concern. I think they needed that more. But Stuart Hogg getting a drop goal. And then, as I said, Sean and Greg getting the try. So well done to Scotland for picking up a victory. Yeah, to me, you needed to get a bonus point, because if Japan get a bonus point, you guys are under pressure, boys. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens. That's going to do it for recap of round 2 of the Rugby World Cup. Hey, what a week it was. Round 2, 3 coming up tomorrow. It is going to be epic. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that subscribe button. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the like button as well. And I'll see you guys for another video real soon. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.